And then I'll also do a summary for us as well. All right, so we'll jump in with construction. I see Mark Seglum is here, and Christina, I don't know if you guys have any updates on construction. I know we have the spreadsheet from last week that showed things are going swimmingly. Anything you guys want to add?
So the only thing that I will add is, oh, by the way, the air conditioning works really well in my office.
I'm jealous.
Which is why I have a sweater on. Anyway, construction update. No, things are going extremely well. Everything is on track. We have a little bit of an issue over the weekend at Golden Ridge, and we're doing the investigation right now. The building has settled, and in the process, it has crimped a gas line leading into the building, and that's not good. So we're investigating what our options are. Replacing the gas line's no big deal, but just replacing it so that we don't have a situation where it doesn't happen again it is an issue. It's not related to the construction. It was discovered as they were doing construction, went in and found that the building has settled and they can see where it is. And there's a couple of photographs that show the crack in the foundation and how the building has settled. So we've got to figure out what our options are there. We've turned off the gas, obviously, which it's really the gas to the generator and then to the kitchen. And there's construction going on in the kitchen. It does not affect the work going on. It does not affect getting things done. We've just got to figure out what the best course of action is with respect to the building. But that's sort of, I got that call at about 9 o'clock Saturday morning with we got a problem. It was like, okay, well, let's go figure the problem out. We'll get it fixed. So that's the only excitement going on, other than things are going very well. We have emphasized, just to let you all know, we have emphasized this week to our contractors about site security. We've had, not at our growth and decline schools, but we've had a couple of other schools. One of the high schools that is a construction zone, so you can probably figure out which one it is, where on the 4th of July, bored teenagers decided it would be really fun to jump the construction fences, which are not low, and climb up on the roof and fire fireworks from the roof of the schools that are under construction. Yeah. So anyhow, that's So we're emphasizing to our contractors again today about making sure that they can make their sites as secure as possible. So that's it for the excitement, really.
Wow. Thanks, Mark, for sharing that. All right, Ian's got his hand up.
Hey, Mark, I got a quick question. Speaking of said high school that you just mentioned, I heard that there was some issue construction-wise with the parking lot at Legacy, and I know they're doing the parking lot at Vista. Are those two connected in any way, shape, or form? No. Are we still good to go with Vista's parking lot too? So far,
All good to go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Legacy is a whole different issue with respect to when the parking lot was first put in. I would like to see what we paid for it, because I have a feeling we got a bargain price, and there's a reason we got a bargain price. So we're fixing that so that in the future, the next time they decide to tear up the parking lot, they don't go, uh-oh. So all good. All good.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I was at Golden Ridge last week and walking through with Miguel, who's the foreman over there. He said I don't know what they're called, but the movable walls that are going to go between our specials lab and the library, and between in our sped suite, between SSN and that other room, are on back order, and so they're not going to be in until after many weeks after school starts. So wondering just about that. So if that, he said he thought people were kind of putting pressure on the whoever makes it or what, for whatever reason why it's delayed. Just if there's any information on that, as we'll need to adjust, because Liza, that's preschool and SSN not having a wall between them, and then it would be our specials lab and library not having a wall. So just want to be able to plan for that.
Yeah, and Allison, we should have a further update on that this week, and we are putting a lot of pressure on them. I don't know that will get us to where we need to go. Maybe it'll move it up some number of weeks, but at this point, I'll know more once we have the OAC. What I'll do is have RJ get back to you on that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else, ladies and gentlemen? Cool.
Okay, awesome. Christina, do you have anything else to add for construction? Oh, you're muted.
Unfortunately, Eric is out sick today. I tried to get that question answered for you about the mobile refresh, but I am not privy to those conversations. So I think that's a him thing. So unfortunately, I don't have an answer on that one for you. So hopefully he'll be in tomorrow. So
sorry, Christine. I did think of one other quick question. And I don't know if you guys are the ones that would be privy to this, but I do have a new principal at Roxborough Primary. And she was asking me, because she's going to message about can they not go in their building till August 1st? That's the date I heard. I just want to be able to let her know so she can message staff and different folks. I think that's what I heard, but I just want to double check on that.
Go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say, yes, that is likely the case, because that is the switchgear work that's going on in there. And so there's no electricity, no ventilation, no nothing in there until
they're getting extensive flooring done.
Yeah, that's right too. And even if they could go in where the flooring is, the fumes from the flooring are really bad. They swear up and down they're not toxic, but I've been in that situation, and the headache that it gives you, I find that I don't see how it can't be toxic. The good news is that there is nothing wrong with me.
Question though, Mark, will those toxic fumes that don't exist be out of the building by the start of the building?
Yeah, they actually dissipate really within a day or two. So we should be fine. Yeah. It's just while they're wet and curing it's bad.
Okay, I meet with her tomorrow, the new principal, so I'll give her the heads up on some of that, and we'll go from there. Thanks.
And Ian, we're pushing. If we can get it done sooner than that, we will absolutely let you know for sure.
That's great. I think it's fine. I think they already have a plan. Do you know when can they go into Roxborough Intermediate? Just because they often will. That I didn't check, because I know Megan's been on vacation. Do you know when they're open? Or are they pretty good to go right now?
Well, we've got base in there right now, so there's flooring that's going on in there, and I honestly I'd have to get Eric to get the status of that, but that building is there's folks occupying Intermediate.
Okay, I thought it was just one little pocket. That's why I was just making sure, like the rest of it. That's fine. We can do that later. Thank you.
Yep.
Great. Any other construction related questions? All right. Sounds like the mobile refreshes are happening and continuing to happen. I see Lance is on our call, so hopefully he can jump in if needed. But the mobile units from Summit View and Fox Creek have all moved all of their items over to Saddle Ranch, and those mobile refreshes have begun at all of the sites. So just clicking right along with those. And then as far as the moves go, Lance is on here. Do you have any updates for us, Lance, or anything you want to share?
Oh, let's see. I don't really have anything right now. We're working on mobiles right now. We have a flip move on one on the 15th at Summit. And I'm not sure what else. I think we're just kind of waiting on construction. I'm still waiting to get with Jose at the at Mountain Ridge so we can get that container moved over from Summit to Mountain Ridge, get those teachers.
Great.
Mountain Ridge Middle School. So I don't know if he's back from vacation or not. He has those rooms ready or not. So But yeah, we'll start pecking away at some of these other smaller moves where stuff is. Looks like some of the construction's starting to thin up a little bit. So
Yeah, that's the good news of that. Is
yeah,
I think we're finally entering our window of we can make some of these moves. So that's great.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And I know Lance and Eric, we're going to work on trying to get those dates all out to everybody within the next week. So by next week, hopefully we should have some more detailed dates on those,
Hey,
or
Holly,
maybe even some completed moves.
yeah.
Holly, can I
Cheryl.
just ask real quick about mobile moves before we switch?
Mhm.
And sorry to be the question guy today, but
That's great.
Ranch Views, or where are we with Ranch Views mobile moves? Are they good to go? I know they've moved. Are they? Is that a different group that's going to answer that question, or is this group too?
I don't
Well,
have Ranch View on my scope as far as
Yeah,
moving
it could be
mobiles.
this
I moved
group. It
people
could be
in there.
Christina.
Well,
But
it's actually, unfortunately, it's more Eric. I don't know as far as the refresh on them. I know they're moved. I don't know anything about the refresh because he's been handling that. So I will make a note to ask him, just so we can get an update out to everybody.
sounds good. Cheryl.
Pardon him for being sick.
Yeah, gee.
Lance, Silver Spruce has a ton of internal moves that need to take place. Stuff that's currently in room 101 that needs to get moved to room 310, If things are calm right now, would you have time to be doing that now, or would you prefer to do that when we do all the other big moves?
Silver Spruce, is that one of the name changing schools?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying
Fox
to-
Creek.
Okay,
Old
so
Fox
Fox Creek.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, as long as we're free and clear and everyone confirms with the GC that we're not going to show up and they're going to be, heavy activity somewhere in our path.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd rather wait till the end, but if it's something we can get done and they're definitely not going to be in our way and we can all come to an agreement, but we've already had multiple moves, get shut down either the day before or day of, just because we showed up and no one let everybody know that, hey, movers are coming, and people were in the way and it was a dangerous situation and we didn't want to shut down construction. So if it's something that can wait till the end, because again, we're going to have a big, van rotation of trucks and stuff at all these buildings that are part of the growth and decline, that are transition schools, and just a bunch of guys staged at each school and trucks rotating in between, moving stuff to and fro and doing all the shuffle moves. So right now that's kind of a tentative July 31st, 8/1, July 31st if construction completes, 8/1 if not, if they need that 31st date. So, but that's kind of that tentative date for the Fox Creek Summit, all those schools being shuffled around.
Okay,
So,
that's totally fine. I just want to make sure that the internal move is included on that.
yeah. So again, as part of it,
whatever.
we're going to have guys staged at each school, and then trucks will be rotating between the schools of stuff going to and fro. And then while the guys that are handling that site, they'll be able to do all those internal shuffles to get everything where it needs to be. And then we'll still come out for a final placement once teachers are back in and all that good stuff.
Okay, it's not in the gym. I just want to be clear on that. It's in their current classrooms because remember we were the one.
I
that
didn't say anything about the
showed up.
gym. I'm just we don't want to go out and charge a district a bunch of money to go out somewhere and no one confirms with the construction
Totally
team
fair.
that
Yeah,
something's not
totally
going to
fair.
happen, and it just takes a few hours for guys to shuffle stuff around a school. So
Totally fair. Yeah,
I-
no, that's totally fair. I just wanted to make sure you knew it was not
Yep.
in the gym. It was
yeah.
still in classroom.
Still in the rooms.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Does that August 1st time work for you, Cheryl? To wait
Um,
until then to do?
Yeah, I physically can only be at the school until 1:00 because I have a wedding that I need to be at. So I will be there until 1:00 to help orchestrate everything. But I do need to be downtown for a wedding at 5.
Nice. I can tag in for you.
Okay, that'd be
I'll put
great.
it on my
Thank you.
calendar.
Yeah.
And we're shooting for 7:31, but again, we just want to make sure construction's, nothing lingering or anything. I know that original back in, May, I wrote down in big notes, hey, 7:31, say construction should be wrapping, but We
Mhm.
kind of have 8-1 as a fail safe, and again, 8-4 is on the calendar if need be. So hopefully once we get a little bit further down the road, we're going to be able to lock things in and know for sure. But yeah, right now it's just kind of tentative.
Okay.
That's for all three of the combined. Is that what we're thinking for all three of the growth and decline schools?
Yeah, everything that's
Okay.
all the big transitions. That's a lot of rotation between the schools. That's all planned for that weekend.
Okay.
Hopefully either
Thank
Friday,
you.
Saturday, or Monday.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
And then if
Neat.
principals want to reach out for that, day or two post teachers back to say, hey, when can we get on for a couple guys to come out and do some minor adjustments and get everybody happy? Feel free to reach out for a day in that week to go ahead and get those on.
What
So-
day or what week are you saying you guys would be available?
Well, what we try and do is, once teachers are back, and a lot of teachers change classrooms, and just it's just always a big mess after this construction and moving. So we'd want to come out and just kind of get everybody comfortable once they're back and unpacked and they've got stuff placed. And if they just realize, hey, my desk is not going to work here, or filing cabinets are in the wrong place, or we need to turn this all this way, or let's just get boxes out of the way. Just it's usually just a 2 to 3 man crew, 3 or 4 hours. Usually we just have the principal or the FM or the team just kind of get together and type up a list of, honeydew type stuff. And when they come out and, zip around the school and make sure everyone's, got everything in place, and then move on to the next one. So.
Just Lance, there are still a lot of boxes at Saddle Ranch. I just didn't know if that was.
Yeah, it's on the radar. You talking about empty boxes that never got packed?
No, full boxes
Or
with labels.
Okay.
Going
At Saddle
to
Ranch that need to go.
Golden Ridge?
Golden Ridge, GOE.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
that's the
That should still be
73181.
part. Yeah, that should still be part of the.
Great. Okay.
All those schools that are swapping stuff from point to point. Again, once construction winds down, or I don't know if anybody's been by these places, but they're still pretty under heavy construction. At least the few that are still pretty right in the midst.
It shouldn't be a problem, but also just so it's on everyone's radar, Fox Creek is hosting the backpack lending hand school supply pickup on Saturday, August 1st from 9 to 11 in our bus loop.
Oh.
So just so that's on everyone's radar as well for that crazy weekend.
Okay, well, maybe we'll try to get yours done on July 31st.
Okay, yeah, it might be helpful. Just the foundation, I guess a lot of our families from Acres Green pick up school supplies, so they wanted it to be at our
That makes
school.
sense.
I want a moose backpack.
Perfect. You just need to fill out the form and you can probably get one. But that's 9 to 11 in our bus loop. So
9 to 11.
just so
Okay.
that's on everyone's radar.
Thank you for that. That's good to know.
So Cheryl, that's really complicated. I mean, that's another element of a lot of complication happening.
Yeah.
Was there any thought of being able to host it still in the Acres Green bus loop so that the families could still, or did they really want to do it on site at the new school?
I think they really wanted to do it on site at the new school, and they've been advertising the location. We couldn't, when they came and walked the site with me, we just decided not the parking lot. Like the parking lot would be the really busy part that day. So do it in the bus loop, in, out, rotate, that kind of idea. Because I said, if anything, we will all be in the parking lot moving stuff, and they'd be finishing up construction and yada, yada, yada. So.
Okay. So we could, because they're not accessing inside your school, right?
Correct. Just the volunteers, the bathroom. That's all they need.
And that like outside little loop.
Yep. Just
So
the
you don't
little
even enter.
Yep. Coming in
Okay.
and going out. So
So
should
that
be,
might not be a big problem.
yeah. Hopefully I don't think it will be, but just FYI what's happening there.
Yeah. Just we don't want kiddos like walking in with the movers. So I can see maybe we can have some extra hands there to,
Yeah.
we'll have extra hands for lending a hand.
For lending a hand. Yes. And it's only 9 to 11. So
Cool. Okay. Well, we'll try with Lance. I'll connect back with you, Lance, on that one. Make sure we can try to get that one not on
Yeah,
the
I'm
first or after that time.
Yeah, I just made a note on my calendar, so I'm trying to stay away from that.
Awesome. Okay, what other questions do y'all have? Yes, Danelle.
Yeah, so I have a question while we have our principals on here. So, with the adjustment of the start date for K-5 students in your schools, that has created a circumstance where now that would be the same start date as preschool, because typically our preschool programs will start that Monday after the regular start date. So my question for you all is, I'm making an assumption, but I don't want to make the wrong assumption. Like it will be it could be a little tricky to have preschool start on the same day that all other students K-5 are starting. And so do we need to consider in these 3 schools starting that day a little bit later? And if so, then we have to work on our end around a shift on the preschool start date as well. So tell me your thoughts about that.
Do they still come at like 9, or they used to start a little bit later, right? Than like the 8:30 time?
Like their start time would be the same because we
Okay.
can't alter that, but like the day, do they
Yeah.
start on Monday? Do they start on Tuesday? Do they start on Wednesday? So not time, but more the
Yeah.
day.
I would just say as long as they know, like if they could start on the same day, but if they know it's going to be chaotic, like to prep their kids or things like that, you know what I mean? Just because that first day is a lot in the morning. I wouldn't worry about the afternoon kids if they're starting, but the morning I think would be a lot for families. But if they're prepared to know that they're starting on the first day, I think they'd be okay. You know, we could have the preschool teachers out there with a sign just like that all the other teachers have and pieces like that. So it would be more of that's my thoughts on that.
I have down that they were starting on Tuesday. I don't know why. I clearly wrote it down wrong.
Okay, no, that's good. Maybe there is already an adjustment on that. And so I'm assuming, Liza, can you connect with Kara on if there has been an adjusted time?
No, I'm sure I just wrote it down wrong.
I'm not necessarily convinced that's the case. So let us also do some things on our end. For our it'll be our 3-year, as you guys know, the 3-year-olds. So they are the little itty bitties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That start in the morning like that. And so with a lot of activity, that causes me a little bit of pause, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the next day just to make it less chaotic for them, and the afternoon kids too getting dropped out or, you know, picked up at about the same time on the first day. That I'm sure that first day with all the pickups and stuff is going to be
Crazy.
Not that the
I'd
second day
actually
will
be
have fixed it all,
thrilled
but
I'm actually would be thrilled if Cheryl is actually right on target.
well, yeah.
And we already have the start date being Tuesday, then problem solved. So, okay, let us dig
Well,
into that a
let
little
us know
bit.
so we make sure we communicate and have like separate spaces for them, and you know what I mean, just to be as thoughtful as possible with the little guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great questions. All right. Anything else while we have you all here? All right. Another successful Monday meeting. Thank you all so much for joining.